And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, sorry to interrupt, but a shout out to the mainstream. Shout out to Zombie Fear Dragon, Nathania, Steadfast, Chickenman, and Zergirl for bringing us this amazing tournament. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the SC2's Safe House day number 1. Oh boy. Let's go. Welcome to day number 1. Again, it's going to be a 2-day event. This is an event happening in the land of the Americas. Of course, you saw all of the lovely casters all together at a house that has since been rented. They're all coming together and they're all bringing you the StarCraft here and now over this weekend of StarCraft. Again, today and tomorrow. Today is going to be the round robin group stage and tomorrow is going to be the playoff brackets. There's plenty of StarCraft coming up ahead of us, as you just saw, because, you know, all the casters are there together at the house they have since rented. They actually have a bunch of things planned. I was trying to, you know, show that off a little bit, but they have some events planned. I think they're doing karaoke, they're doing like a spicy food challenge, they're doing like a Cheeto I don't know what the Cheeto challenge is, but there's like a Cheeto challenge or something going on. They've got a bunch of stuff set up, and a bunch of like rewards, a bunch of goals. So do check out the mainstream. Do check it out. Again, they're going to have amazing content there. We are one of the side streams. Basically, it is a round robin group stage, and there are 4 matches happening at once. 4 matches all happening at once. The mainstream are going to be covering their series. I believe they're casting Vindicta versus Epic. We have our series, as you can see here before you, Astrea versus Cham. Oh, we do have a bit of a PvZ soon to be upon us. Potentially. Potentially a PvZ. Sorry, just missing people. Can you hunt down Dolan? They are looking for him. We'll try and hunt him down. Okay, they're looking for Dolan right now. But basically we have 8 players. We have 8 players before us. We have quite a lineup. We have Astrea, Disc, and Trigger from the side of Protoss. We have Dolan, Epic, and Vindicta from Terran, and Zerg is Cham and Eggs. So we have some nice representation between all the races, all players from the Americas, from North America, Latin America, Central America as well, all kind of coming together to make this event a reality. And we're just waiting for our players to come to sort out their vetoes and to start our series. Now, what I just did mention is this tournament isn't the most serious of tournaments. So the players were incentivized to, 1, name change. So all the players have name changed and they're all having fun making some memes. Likewise, I think the players were incentivized to play random as well. So tentatively, there's going to be a PvZ. They might play random as well. I'm not too certain. Yeah, well, let's go. it's gonna be a proper NA tournament, is what I'm getting at. You know, the NA action is gonna be upon us, and it's gonna be beautiful. I'm sure it is going to be beautiful. Also, a big shout out to Goblin in the chat. All in on eggs on el huevito, papi. True. But a shout out to Goblin. Goblin was streaming earlier. Fun fact, we raided Goblin after WTL. Thank you so much for returning that raid as well. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. This is our 3rd broadcast of the day. We started the night off with Duckling Open, followed by World Team League, and now we're here with the SC2 Safe House. So 3 events back to back to back. Oh boy, a lot going on. Yeah. Don't leave me behind. Okay. And it looks like at least we have our players. There are some that are missing, but I'm sure we're going to get everyone together here, and we should be looking to get smooth sailings from here on forward. When it comes to our matches ahead of us, quickly to go over it, it's, you know, going to be difficult. I don't have like a graphic set up, unfortunately, but we have Astrea versus Cham, followed by Vindicta versus Eggs, Vindicta versus Dolan, Disc versus Dolan, Vindicta versus Trigger, and Cham versus Dolan. That's a lot of Dolan. For good reason. He's one of our boys. He's one of the Cranky Ducklings. So we're a little bit biased. Here. Do I click on this? Wait, hold on. God. Okay. For those that are curious, Astrea has named. I mean, all the players, most of the players, sorry, have name changed, and Astrea is calling himself Pinhead. And when I said I'm ready to go, Monsieur Pinhead, he sent me like a SpongeBob meme.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up. Who you calling Pinhead?
Lovely, lovely. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. So, yeah, players just conducting their vetoes. These are going to be best of threes, from my understanding. Going to be best of threes all around. I believe Vindicta versus Epic has already begun on the main stream, and we will get into our own series momentarily. Shouldn't be too long. I'm 90% biased. Go Dolan. True, true. Mainstream is featuring Here for Money and Normal Man. Yes, yes. Here for Money is Vindicta. Normal Man is Epic. Who else do we have? Let's double check here. We have Eggs. Eggs is Bacon and. And Astrea is Pinhead. Astrea is Pinhead. He is Pinhead. I don't think Cham is name changing though. I don't think Cham is name changing. Oh, Pinhead. Is that Dolan? Let's go. That's on. Okay. Game one soon. Just remaking our lobby before we jump on in. Well, we have a Pinhead and we have a Binhead. Binhead has got to be Trigger, right? Yep, there we go. It's Trigger. The yin and the yang. The pin and the bin. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, we have our lobby. Game 1 is going to be taking place on Oceanborn. Unfortunately, Cham has not name changed. Feels bad, man. So, he's going to be coming in as Cham. I think all the other players have name changed, though. So, I appreciate the theme that everyone is embracing. And we're jumping into Oceanborn. As a reminder, 8 players, round robin stage. Every match will count when it comes to making it into the playoffs. The playoffs is top 4. So we're going to be cutting the players in half here. 4 of them will make it through. The other 4 will not. And we are jumping on in. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our orange Protoss player from the land of the Americas representing Virtus Pro. It is Pinhead. AKA Astrea. It's Astrea, papi. It's Astrea. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Mexican Zerg player. The one player so far that has not name changed. We'll message him about it. We'll see if maybe we can get something going. It is the Mexican Zerg player for Starlight Twinkle. It is Cham. El Chamaco. I feel bad for the people casting Astrea versus Trigger then. True. The battle of the heads. It's fitting. I like it. For now, Cham going for a Hatchcast will standard opener out of our Zerg player. Likewise, standard opener here out of Astrea as well. I don't expect anything too crazy initially, but Cham is very aggressive. Cham, he's not a standard player by any means, so I expect to see some shenanigans from our blue Zerg player at some point. We'll see kind of what that does involve. I imagine 3-base play, but we'll keep an eye on the drone count to see how aggressive Cham is really looking to be. Meanwhile, across the map, we do have Astrea. Senor Pinhead is just opening up Gate Expand into his eventual Cybercore. Gonna be walling on the high ground. Yeah, I miss casting Astrea. I miss it, Papi. I miss it. Interesting. Going for a high ground wall off here.
Paused.
We are going to be pausing for a moment. Hopefully everything is okay. Looks like we have some latency going on. Oh. No, yeah, I'm getting some latency as well. Yeah. So it looks like we're spiking a little bit here. So it looks like all of us, Cham, Astrea, and myself, we all have abnormally high ping suddenly. So it looks like you don't think that it's too many people playing at once, right? I remember, fun fact, I remember that when we were playing on when we were casting and playing on the Singaporean server, because so we're jumping back in, but because the Singapore server is so inactive, whenever there'd be a tournament, whenever there'd be a qualifier on the Singaporean server, it would lag. like suddenly, like, there'd be, all the players would be experiencing like lag spikes at the same time, just because there's, you know, much more traffic than the server is used to. So hopefully everything is okay. Looks like the ping is settling down, but ourselves, Cham and Astrea, to just experience high latency there. But okay, we're good, good on our end at least. As we settle on in, Dolan has been found. Let's go. Dolan is here. Beautiful. We'll be casting Dolan later on. Let us know, what is Dolan called? What is his name? What did he name change to? As for now, Cham is just setting out his lings. We're going to expand. We're going to take that third base. Likewise, back at home. I didn't even get to embrace it. Oh, wait, what is happening? So we had a gate expand out of Astrea, but the gate went to Cybercore on the high ground, which is crazy, by the way. I need to, like, divert attention to this again. A wild start just because you expose your naturals so much. Like, you don't have any SimCity to work with. And we're following this up with 2 more gateways on the low ground. This is a 3-gate opener out of Astrea. This is wild. This is an NA build. Oh my god. With this, we can be hyper aggressive early on with vanilla at depths, I assume. The Stalker has arrived to shoo this away. Cham does get eyes on the gateways, does get eyes on the opener for the time being. No tech of choice yet, since we only have the 1 gas geyser. But yeah, this is a really interesting start. My brain is trying to piece this all together, because this is not normal. This is not standard by any means. Second pylon on the low ground, just to make sure everything stays powered, just in case. So safety, second pylon, keeping everything powered. Meanwhile, across the map, we're going to be proxying with a vanilla pylon. Slow warpins across the map. Let's go with our 3 gates. Twilight Council opener makes sense. But yeah, we have an abundance of adepts really early on, and Cham is not ready for this. Cham has 4 lings. We have as many adepts as there are lings. Oh no, Cham has been droning. Cham has been droning up. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Okay, we have queens at least to help keep up. Adepts threatening a shade. Lings are on the way. We do shade behind the mineral line, and this is a brutal position. Yeah, Lings, they get no surface area. Lings are going down. We're going for the drones as well. 3 drones already. We get 4. We get 4 workers. 1 adept does shade into the main. Just barely going for a 5th. Link speed does kick in. We get a surround. A 5th drone falls, and we're not done. Nowhere close. We shade back into the natural. What a wild start. Again, a 3-gate opener, 3 adepts at a time. And this is stacking up. And again, this is just such an awkward timing here. Cham was not ready for this. Cham wouldn't have, like, why would he be? We're back up to 3. Overlord does confirm the pylon. We do have, thankfully, a handful of lings. Roach production underway. In total, we got 7 drone kills for 7 adepts. Not the best trade, I'll be honest. Like, a 1-to-1 trade for Astrea. Not ideal. Ideally, you want a little bit more efficient than that. As we go for another warp in, and we have 3 more gateways. A 6-gate setup. We're getting up to 6 gateways. We are expanding, but Lings have arrived, and we're looking to deny this 3rd base. Back at home, we have roaches. Cham, he's got plenty. He attacks. He defends. He's all over these adepts. Link is on the way as a follow-up. No forge, no 3rd base. This looks like the beginnings of a 2-base all-in. As we have kept our adepts alive. Gonna be shading in towards that natural. Again, 3rd base is denied for the time being, but I don't think we really care about a 3rd. Not anymore. And I expected Cham. I mean, Cham is cutting workers. Cham has less drones than Astrea. Like, Astrea's going for a 2-base all-in. Cham is cutting workers at 38. That is sub 2-base saturation. And we're going for a Ling Roach Ravager all-in. So, all-in versus all-in. To be fair, I mean, Astrea is expanding, but we're not going to get this base. It's not going to finish. No shot. No shot. Blink is done in 10 seconds. Cham amassing his army. The Roach Ravager was scattered, and Astrea needs to back off. He needs to calm down. Do we have a shield battery? No shield battery just now on the way. Oh, the shield battery is delayed. At the same time, another proxy pylon. We're shading across the map. We do get once again behind that mineral line. Again, this position is so brutal. You cannot engage with lings. You need roaches. And we're turning back around. The Roach Ravager does turn around for a moment. We deny any kind of mining at the natural. We barely have an economy to begin with. More stalkers on the way. And the Ravagers here, they turn back around. They do turn back around. The base is under fire. Can we get a kill? Up! We can. The base goes down. We force a recall at the same time. It ups a shade into the main base, but they do get shut down. The ups are cleaned up. Cham now 2 base all in. Astrea, his 3rd base about to finish, but can he hold on? Can he survive? He catches the Ravagers! The Ravagers are exposed! 2 Ravagers go down. We're down to 4. Laser coming in for the surround. But the Stalkers, they do blink away. They do manage to escape, and we're completely all in. We have to commit. A couple of Stalkers do get caught out. Shield battery is done. Overcharge is available. We are at least getting the 3rd, but we need more than that. We need more than just a 3rd base. Files, oh, they do not connect. Oh, some of them do. Some of them do connect. The base does fall. We're still flooding lings across the map. We're still all in. Still no droning out of Cham. The vials. Don't take down the Stalkers. Cham pulling back for a moment now. As Cham pulls back, remember, he is still making roaches. Cham is still committed. He's still all in. He is making a hatchery for larva. He is not droning. Cham is hoping that Astrea overextends. Cham's hope here is for Astrea to move out and to expose himself. And we have an opportunity here to surround the army, to lock down these Stalkers. More depths across the map. 3rd base on the way. Rocks are being knocked down. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for Astrea. At the same time, if Astrea moves out on the map, he's going to be shut down. There's a big chance here for Cham to take the game if Astrea does move out across the map. You have the Bay on the way. Forge as well for upgrades. We're stumbling into the mid game. Let's go. This shouldn't have happened, but okay. I'm ready for it. I'm ready, Papi. This is still amassing more lings, more Ravagers. Still completely all in. Astrea has not walked in across the map. Has a couple of reps lying in wait. Hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Observer should confirm the lack of saturation. Does confirm lings flooding. And you can see Astrea playing this out very carefully. Just hugging the wall. He has shield batteries on the high ground. Ooh, drones are going down, and we also confirm no drones. We confirm the lack of saturation here at the 3rd base. Astrea, he's fully aware. And Cham pulls the trigger. Does pull the trigger, diving in between the bases. Overcharges, but we have no high ground vision. The vials, they don't quite connect. Yeah, we blink onto the high ground. We blink back behind the wall. Lings are flooding in. The overcharge was popped. But we're holding the line. Again, the concave is too good. The base goes down, but the base doesn't matter. We have a Colossus. The Colossus has arrived. We need those swipes on the lings, by the way. Not on the roaches. As Roach Ravager slowly pushing forward. Bile's going to be connecting. Shutting down the pylon. Stalkers are falling down. Probes are falling as well. We eviscerate the mineral line. 21 workers go down. And we're barely busting into the main. But that one Colossus, it's got quite a bit of damage done on it. Not many kills, but a lot of damage nonetheless on the Roach Ravager. And can we kill the natural? We can knock Astrea down to 1 base. Let's go. We're down to 1 base, but we have an army. That's the thing. We have a massive army. There are 2 Ravagers left. Lings, they come in for a surround. The Biles, I have to open a friendly fire. Yeah, and Cham is going to lose momentum. He's going to lose everything. And now we can push. With this Colossus as the backbone of the army, I don't think Astrea can be stopped. We can move out back at home. We have +1 attack that's going to kick in. It's going to impact this push. Meanwhile, Cham massing up a defensive army. Can he hold? Can he survive? Oh, I'm not so sure. We just sniped 2 roaches. Not bad. 2 roaches go down. Boys have been pulled. Let's go. The boys are here. The boys have arrived. We can reinforce across the map. The slow warp-ins. Would it be faster to just warp in back at home and then blink across the map? That's a good question. As we keep on pushing, the queens are exposed. Likewise, drones being pulled here for Cham. The workers are going down. More stalkers coming in to reinforce just barely. The Colossus barely does survive as well. And with the help of the Colossus, with the help of Blink Stalkers, it looks like we should have enough. This was a very chaotic game. The Ravager gets sniped. Only Roaches and Queens remain. The Transfuse's not looking too bad. But the reality is, with Blink Stalkers, like, we shouldn't really lose too much here. As Astrea, he's down to 13 workers against a 27 drone count of Cham. Barely anything. Roach from behind. Oh, never mind. Deeply back. We warp into Sentry. We have the Sentry, Papi. We can force field. Well, we have Ravagers. We have the counter to the force field. Diving on forward, Biles won't quite be connecting, but we do send away the army for a moment. Force field was spent. We have plenty of boys to pull. Oh my god. We have plenty of boys to pull, and they are pulled. We pull the boys. Can we go? The Colossus! Oh my god, a bit of miscontrol of Astrea. The Colossus goes down. But still, so many Stalkers looking at the unit side. We have 17 Stalkers for Astrea. The Blinks are good enough. Yeah, we can just out-micro Cham at this point. We somehow got the Colossus, which shouldn't have happened, but even then, it may not matter. We're down to 4 Roaches. 4 Roaches remaining. GG gets called, and Pinhead, Astrea, Max Angel takes game 1. GG. GG, well played. Oh, hold on. I need to message Cham. I'm asking him if he has a name change. Letting him know. Letting him know if he has a name change available. But we'll see, we'll see. Otherwise, Astrea does take a lead, but that was a wild game. But yeah, it looks like Dolan has arrived. Dolan has made it. Yeah, Cham letting us... He's saying he's sorry that he didn't know that he needed a name change. Cham is like, I'm sorry, Papi. I'm sorry. I showed up and everyone was crazy. But here we go, we're getting into game number 2, and again, that was a very, very chaotic game. I say chaotic, that was nonsense. I don't know what the hell Astrea was doing. Like, Cham I could understand, you know, it was a 2-base all-in with Ling, Ravager, basically. Like, that makes sense in my mind. But Astrea, he opened up gate expanded to Cybercore on the high ground into a 3-gate opener with slow warp-ins across the map into 6-gate blink. It was wild. It was a wild game out of Astrea. Really embracing the theme of the tournament, you know? The SC2's safe house. No one is safe, not with Astrea involved. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of site. Delta, we have the American Protoss player, the Orange Protoss, representing Frotus Pro. Some know him as Astrea, but here he is, Pinhead. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Mexican Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Starlight Twinkle, with no nickname, unfortunately, but it is El Chamaco. Let's go. Cham has arrived. Whew, and this time it looks like a much more standard opener. This time Astrea going for the pylon on the low ground. Looks like a more standard setup for a gate expand. None of this kind of crazy high ground nonsense into 3-gate. But let's be real, I'm sure Astrea has many more wild and wacky builds up his sleeve. It's crazy. like game 1, I feel like really set a tone. Did set a tone. I'm ready to embrace it. Behind this, Cham going for a standard hatch gas pool. Hatch into pool, actually. Okay. Shaking things up slightly here. Into the pool, into the gas geyser. Outside of that, getting into our standard builds and our standard setups. I see in the chat, do you have an SCV plushie? Unfortunately, an SCV plushie does not exist. I do have Marines, though. I have Patches and Crackhead. That's it. I have the 2 Marines. I think those are the only Terran plushies, of the Marine plushies. There's a lot of Zerg. There's a lot of Zerg plushies. You know, I got the Baneling, I got the Zergling, and then the other Zergling, the Overlord, the Dirtfester, the Zergling slippers. I got the Zergling slippers. Yeah. I'm jealous of the Korean community because they got the shuttle. No, sorry, not the shuttle. The other one. The Reaver, that's it. They got the Reaver. Was it the shuttle? Maybe both. But they got the Reaver when Brood War Remastered was released. Basically, Carbot, they released like an exclusive plushie set in Korea, which was really cool. They released like a big Zergling and the Reaver. But for now, we're settling in. We do see Astrea looking to delay and deny that third base. It's going to be taken at the triangular third location. It is denied at the linear third. It is being thrown down. We do see, again, Astrea going for a much more standard build here. We do have the Stargate on the low ground. It is going to be revealed and exposed to the Overlord, so Cham is fully aware of the much more standard opener from our Protoss player. No kind of crazy early gateways this time. As we do, oh my god, as we do see Astrea with the pylon, able to reduce surface area. Second probe has arrived, but it looks like we did overextend a little bit. So the probe is going to be racing back. Zealot likewise pulling back as well. Cham will defend. Thankfully, his third base is going to get up and running. It wasn't delayed for too long. Stalker has arrived. Astrea picking off some extra lings. Oh my god. Picking off some extra lings as Astrea does pull back. Behind this, going for a Void Ray, not an Oracle. All right, I'm here for it. Now, this Void Ray opener could be so much. This Void Ray opener could actually lead to so many different things, and I don't want to rule anything out against when it comes to Astrea. Basically, with the Void Ray, we're hunting down Overlords, and this could be Void Ray opener into a second Void Ray, into a Carrier Rush, into mass Void Ray, into a Twilight Counter, into Glaives. There's a lot available here. Meanwhile, at the same time, Big Lane Counterattack does hit the third, and there are no Adepts. Yeah, there's not enough DPS. The base is going to be cancelled. A solid denial here from Cham behind this Void Ray into Oracle, so we're not going into mass Void Ray or a second Stargate yet. We'll keep an eye on our follow-up tech. We'll keep an eye on this. Lings, they come back in. Once again, looking for another denial. They go for the Adept. Probe is going to go down. Adept is looking a bit exposed, but now we get in position. Solid reaction here from Astrea. Does save the Adept. Does save the third. Behind this 4-minute 30 Roach Warren timing. A little bit more standard here. Not too early. A very safe timing. And there it is. Very safe timing with Roach Warren. We spoke about it. One of the big possibilities with a Void Ray opener is Sky Toss. The reason for this is the Void Ray hunts down Overlords. It hunts down the Overlords. It makes it difficult for the Zerg player to scout. Meanwhile, the Oracle gets across the map. 4 drones go down. And we're working towards a second Stargate and a Fleet Beacon. This looks like either a Carrier Rush or a Tempest Rush. It's going to be one of the two. It's going to be one of the two, both viable in their own ways. Adepts a shade across the map, focusing down 6, 7 drones go down. It's 8 drones go down in total. A massive amount of damage dealt here by Astrea. Cham having a hard time keeping up. Meanwhile, Lair is soon about to finish. Cham still has limited scouting information. There it is. We have our answer. Personally, I assumed it was going to be Tempest, but no, it's going to be the Carrier. Making it 2 carriers at a time. Lings will confirm. Big scout for Cham. He does dive in. He sees everything. This is the downside of keeping your Stargate exposed like this instead of hiding it further back in your main. And now Cham is aware. And how does Cham respond? Back at home, we need queens. We need queens. We need gases. The lair is done. We could rush into Hydras. Hydras, like the Hydra Den is faster than the Spire. So reactively, Hydras wouldn't be a bad option, but there it is. It is going to be Corruptor. So a little bit more secure here. Corruptors do scale better into a longer game, but we need queens. We need as many queens as possible, and eventually those Corruptors. The Spire does take quite some time to build up. Meanwhile, we're going to be hitting our initial timing with a handful of carriers with our first 2. Oh my, meanwhile, we are hard switching into Ground Toss. Okay. It's going to be Void Ray into double Stargate Carrier into a hard switch into Mass Gates. This I was not expecting, and this I like. Okay, a couple of things. One, it was an early scout. Remember? Like Cham, he saw this really early on because of the position of the Stargate. And Astrea knows that. And Astrea respects Cham. He's like, you know what? If I rush into carrier, because he knows what's happening, he's going to be ready for it. So you know what? Let me hard switch into something very different. Mass gateway, blink +1 is on the way. We're going for ground toss. So a crazy tech switch here from Astrea. Meanwhile, the first carriers have arrived. The queens are in position, and Cham shouldn't take much damage from this. Does start to step forward. Ooh, getting within range of the carrier. Interceptor's going to be going down, and yeah, Cham should be fine. It's only 2 carriers. Cham, he holds his own. Corruptors are on the way. Now, if Cham overreacts, if he makes too many Corruptors, he's going to be in trouble. Thankfully, only 9. 9 Corruptors on the way, and Cham is not neglecting his ground army. We have Roach speed on the way as well. Thankfully, we have +1 range. So Cham, he's not taking the bait. You know, it's not a sure thing here that Astrea would be going pure Sky Toss. Corruptors are amassing, carriers diving into the main base to overextend. Can we actually save them? The recall is forced and 1 carrier goes down. Big pickup. Nice catch from Cham. Just building up his Corruptors, waiting for the opportune moment. Did shut down the first carrier. Back across the map, I believe the mothership has spawned in. Yes, we have the mothership. Ooh, going for a recall. Mass Blink Stalker moving out. Now, these are vanilla Stalkers. They don't have Blink yet. Ooh, but is Cham ready for a ground army? Cham, he has a couple of roaches, but we need lings. We need lings. The base is under fire. Can we transfuse? We don't need it. Don't need the transfuse. Cham's trying to bait out that stasis trap. So links, stasis trap is baited out, but there are so many stalkers. Oh my god. 26 stalkers for Astrea. Again, a massive army. More stalkers than there are roaches. And we're going for the recall. Recall into the main base. Cham out of position. We go for the snipe on the spire. Oh, nice slow zone here on the ramp. Mothership goes down. We snipe the spire. We can blink down to the 3rd. Yeah, we're making our way over. And we do blink down. Cham having a hard time keeping up. Bleeding out roaches, bleeding out drones, bleeding out corruptors. Cham rotates, as Astrea rotates and gets the hell out of here. Okay, looking at the trades, that was 9 stalkers, 1 mothership for 9 roaches, drones, the tech as well. We did get the spire. Now, because the spire went down, big brain play, back into carrier. Right? Like, we got the spire, we denied +1 air attack. Now would be a big brain move to go back into Sky Toss. Yes, there are a couple of corruptors left over, but that's all we have to work with. For now, Astrea pulling back. Likewise, even chasing down the corruptors as well. Hydra Den on the way. So Cham working towards Roach Hydra. We'll have some anti-air. For now, Astrea just fixated on Mass Blink Stalker. Gonna be pulling back. Cham is maxed out. Meanwhile, across the map, oh, we snipe a base and we snipe so many queens. Queens are going down left. Every single queen going to be going down at the same time. Corruptors, they're going for the natural. They're going for the caustic spray. Oh, Cham trying to force his way through, but we are bleeding out so many roaches. Too many. We still have the 1 carrier. Oh, but we do get the natural. Nexus goes down. At the same time, Cham back at home is vulnerable. The Roach Warren. Roach Warren goes down. We have 21 roaches on the way, but that's all we have. The Hydra Den did finish. We can make Hydras. Ooh, as we catch some Ravagers. Brutal pickoffs. We just surround the army. We collapse on top of the Ravagers. They go down one after the other. 3 Ravagers left. 13 Hydras on the way. Mass Blink Stalker pushing in. Here comes that 1 carrier. Boys are being pulled. They have to. Mothership is being remade. It's on the way once again. Now Cham can snipe another base. Like, this isn't the cleanest out of Astrea either. He lost the natural and he could lose the 3rd. He will. The Corruptors, they come in, they shut down the 3rd base. Good pick off here from Cham. Astrea down to 2 base economy, basically 1.5. And Cham is remaxed. Cham is already remaxed. He's got Hydras amassing. Hydra upgrades are still not quite done, but they're on the way. Roach Warren was rebuilt. And Cham, he can pull this off. Astrea, he's in a bit of trouble. He's in trouble right now, and here we go, roaches, they do push out. And we need some amazing blinks here. There's a stasis trap underneath the army. Not a bad stasis. Does catch a good chunk of roaches. Likewise, interceptors are going down. Hydras are getting on top of the carrier. What the stalkers? The overcharge. And we hold the line. Astrea does hold the line. Mothership has arrived as well. Tempest on the way. I'm liking the Tempest. I'm liking it. Again, the Corruptors are pinned in the head. Slow zone here on the main army. The Hydras! Oh my god. I mean, these are slow Hydras to begin with. You have to be careful. Hydra speed still on the way for Cham. Again, this army is so fragile and so slow. You have to be careful with it. Meanwhile, looking at the units tab, it looks like, yeah, we shut down the Corruptors. All the Corruptors have fallen, which means Skytoss is once again viable. So I like the idea of Astrea going to Tempest or Carriers or committing into Void Rays. Pick your poison. But now he does have 2 Tempests. Mothership going for another recall. Let's go. Setting up for another recall. Cham collapsing on the main army. Attempting to catch some of these stalkers with the blinks are a little bit too good. And the Tempest and Carriers, they get free damage on the army as well. Nice revelation. Mothership slipping in. What can you do against that? Cham is going to try to commit. There is no splash damage. Hydras, it adds so much DPS to this army. Stalkers are going down. But with the help of the overcharge, I think Astrea should be able to hold on. The vials! Oh my god, massive vials here on the Tempest. Boys are being pulled. Cham, can he break through? The concave is solid. But the Hydras are so fragile and they're going down one after the other. We do get every single probe though. 18 workers go down. Astrea, his economy is in shambles. Immortal coming in. Mothership across the map almost goes down. And it looks like Astrea will clean this up. That was an expensive loss for Cham. Every Hydra falls. And now do we go for the recall? do we send it, Pappy? I mean, the Mothership is solo. The Queen may just kill it. Oh, the Queen! It's close. The Queen will not. Oh my god. We're down to 4 HP and now it goes down. Uh-oh, now we're stuck. This was not the recall we wanted. Oh god. We do get trapped and Cham will collapse on the army. That was not the recall we were looking for. And Cham, I kind of want to give him the edge. He did lose his army earlier, right? Like, looking at the battle report, that was 44 Hydras. 44 Hydras were thrown away for what? For as many Stalkers, to be fair, but still, that was a brutal trade. Cham rebuilding with 28 Hydras. Pushing in towards mass sentry. There's not a lot of DPS in this army, but because there are no Ravagers, force fields can actually do quite well. Force fields can slice up the army. Yeah, as you can see, so many Hydras caught in the back line. Cham only fighting with half of his army, but the force fields are about to run out. And without Colossus, without Storm, what is the answer to mass Hydra? Again, force fields are doing well. We catch a couple of Hydras. We're going into triple immortal production, making 3 immortals at a time. Astrea once again throwing out force fields, but he is out of energy. We have the overcharge, but the defense of the Hydras is just too damn high. And we focus down the shield battery, focus down the immortals, and it looks like Cham. It looks like, have we done it? It's close. It's so close. We do blink back. We're running out of Stalkers. Running out of immortals. Boys are being pulled once again. And it looks like we're just trading too well. Cham shuts down the economy, shuts down the immortals. There are 0 immortals left. Looks like we have broken the back of Astrea. Once again, a very chaotic game. Very NA. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful game, Pappy. Here we go. We do sunset forward, just rallying across the map. Just pure Ling Hydra. And you can see here that against no splash damage, it can shine at least a little bit. GG gets called and Cham ties up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. A wild game, very back and forth. It started with a standard opener, but it led into a carrier rush that got scattered, led into Mass Blink Stalker, led into Mass Immortal towards the end here. It was very chaotic, very back and forth. There were moments for both players. Did feel like Astrea had some momentum going his way, but Cham sniping those hatcheries. Sniping the Nexus was very, very impressive, and yeah, with that was able to maintain or make sure that the economy of Astrea was kept in check, did not get out of hand. He was trying to go back into Sky Toss. He didn't have the economy for that Sky Toss, and yeah, with that, GG. GG, well played. We're headed for the ace match. As it looks like the mainstream is going to be joining us. Makes sense, makes sense. This has been an amazing series. It looks like the mainstream is going to be hopping into the ace match as well. This has been a wild game, or wild series. And of course, if you want to help support not just the mainstream, but this tournament, exclamation mark Matcherino. Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. Oh, that is not the Matcherino link. Hold on, we'll fix that up. My apologies. Wait, do we have another command? Exclamation mark Safe House? There we go. Exclamation mark Safe House in the chat if you guys wish to support this tournament via the Matcherino link. Again, plenty of benefits are available there as well. Here we go. Getting ready for the finale of this series. It's been a wild series so far. Again, just really chaotic, especially from Astrea's side. What I appreciate, it isn't necessarily Cham initiating the chaos, but like he's going with the flow here. We're getting down and dirty, 100%. Oh, we are getting down and dirty here, and here we go. We're loading into game 3 into Crimson Court. It looks like the mainstream maybe have another series. It's all good. Wild series. It really has been. But it looks like the mainstream are headed elsewhere. It's all good. I mean, it would have been amazing to have seen them here as well, just because I think the series has been worth checking out. And here we go. We're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Crimson Court, we have the orange Protoss player from Land of the Americas. Representing Team Virtus Pro, some know him as Astrea, but it is Pinhead. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Mexican Zerg player, the blue Zerg, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Cham. Here we go. This man is such a troll. I mean, again, the players are incentivized to troll a little bit. I mentioned before, but this tournament isn't the most serious of tournaments. Just like how our players, not just Astrea, but many of the players have changed their names to be a little bit more memey. And yeah, our players, they're being told, yo, if you guys can spice things up for everyone, like, that's appreciated. Yeah, they're willing to. Look, we want this tournament to be as NA as possible, okay? None of this, you know, none of this macro, you know, 3-4 base setup, you know, late game, like siege lines. No, none of that. We're not here for that, okay? We're here for some NA StarCraft. Let's go. It's been great. It's been beautiful. As for now, standard opener, Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch Gas Pool opener here at a Cham. Meanwhile, across the map, Astrea is going for a gate expanded to Cybercore. So far, everything is looking as it should. But the openers were standard last game as well. And you know what kind of turn that took. I mean, that... So, we'll keep an eye on our players. On both of them. Both willing to embrace the chaos. Loading into Crimson Court. If there was to be a map to be a little bit more standard, a little bit more macro-oriented, this would be the map for it. I mean, the third base location here can be quite secure. It can be very awkward and difficult to apply pressure to an expanding Protoss player here, as you have to mine through minerals and break down rooks, and yeah, this is a reason why Crimson Court has been vetoed so often. At the same time, if we want to be aggressive, many a Zerg player expands here at the center base. Now, what I'm referring to, as Cham is not going for the center base, never mind. But many Zerg players, they take the center base to take the Rich Vesting Gas Geyser, and then they use this to go for an all-in. They use this to go for like a 2 to 3 base all-in. You make queens, you mass up Ravagers, you spread creep across the map, and you just send it. It's become very common here on this map in this matchup. As we can see, Cham is not going for that hatchery. Not going for the center base. He's expanding here at the triangle location instead. Interesting choice. Interesting. We'll see what Cham has in store for us. I see in the chat. Fear Dragon just now. Any NA player can beat any NA player at any time. True, true. Very true. No one is safe. That's the theme here tonight at SC2's safe house. The reality is no one is safe. Not even the casters. Not in that house. Not where they are. Not what they have in store for us tonight. It's gonna get rowdy, Bob. It's gonna get rowdy. As once again, a Void Ray opener. Okay, very similar to the previous game. Now, the biggest difference here is that if you remember, in game number 2, the Stargate was a part of the wall. So when Astrea went into Sky Toss, it was scouted very quickly. It was a very fast scout here of the carrier production because of the exposed Stargate. This time the Stargate is further back in the main. It is hidden. It is that much more difficult to get a read on what's going on. As we can see, fast Twilight Council. Much faster Twilight Council here out of Astrea. Now, this could be one of two things. If we don't go for the Forge, this could be Glaives. This could be Glaive Adepts, or it could be Fast Blink. One or the other. I'm currently leaning towards Glaives, as we do have a bit of a gateway explosion. Yep, 4-gate setup. Does look like Glaive Adepts. We'll keep an eye on him, though. As Yoracle dips in, gets a drone kill and dips on out. Only one worker kill so far. Meanwhile, as Cham is going for a safety Roach Warren. This was thrown down around the 4-minute 20 mark. Nice. Around the 4:20 timing here to have safety roaches ready for this. We can see across the map, it is not Glaives, it is Blink. Okay, now, with a fast Blink build like this without a Forge, this looks like the beginning of a 3-base all-in. It looks like we're going to be hyper-aggressive early on. We may opt to not take additional gases, and yeah, we can be very aggressive very quickly here as we're already moving out across the map. The goal is to shut down creep, is to allow us to get into a bit of a stronger timing later on. Queens are in position so far, holding our own. Cham does force Astrea back. Behind this, Cham already amassing roaches quite heavily. 7 roaches on the way. Cham is supply blocked. Ooh, a brutal timing here. The Void Ray, I'm sure, didn't help, as the Void Ray was hunting down Overlords. Gas under fire. 5 Overlords on the way. The Stalkers are being forced back, and Cham, he's not droning. He's cutting workers at 52, which is just under 3-base saturation. We're amassing Ravagers, we're amassing Lings. I'm getting some flashbacks here to game number 1. It's going to be a Queen, Roach, Ravager, Ling all in. We're sending everything across the map. Another Void Ray into the main, actually. Well, the same Void Ray into the main. Does threaten the spawning pool. Stalkers do catch the army, though. We're going for the Queens. And they can't transfuse. No creep. No creep whatsoever. We get 2 Queens and a massive stasis on the Lings. A very nice catch. Again, Cham is completely all in. And Astrea is slowing this down. Picking away at the army. We have 4 more gates on the way. We have only taken 4 gases. So basically, Astrea is going Mass Blink Stalker, which is going to be ideal. Another backup Void Ray on the way. Shield battery in the main. Lings, can we bust down that Cyber Core? We spoke about it. We want to go Mass Blink Stalker, but the Cyber Core goes down. And no more Stalkers can be warped in. Only Zealots. We do catch some of them, but we blink away. Vile's going to be connecting shield batteries. Ooh, they are right next to each other. They get Vile down. And Cham, can we break through? Again, slow loss to reinforce the Viles. They take down the Void Ray. Void Ray goes down. Astrea, he's in trouble. He can barely hold on. Again, if we had another wave of Stalkers, it'd be a different story. Again, we're reinforcing just barely in time. More Roaches, more Lings on the way. The Bile's being thrown down once again on the Void Ray. Oh my god. One more Bile is all we need. Uno mas, papi, uno mas. The Biles, they connect. Second Void Ray goes down, but we're running out of Ravagers. We dive on top of the army. Massive blink here from Astrea. We force the overcharge. And Astrea's holding. He does hold on. Cham was so close to breaking Astrea, but the blinks were insane. Astrea, he holds his own. Meanwhile, across the map, Cham building up his Ravagers, trying to mass up another army. Cham has not been droning. And Astrea has to be careful not to overextend. Pushing up to creep. Does shut down some of these lings. Back at home, Astrea rebuilding his workers. +2 is on the way. +2 is on the way here, as Cham is still focusing on amassing an army. Which means if Astrea techs up, if he starts thinking a little bit further ahead, he could be in some trouble. Like, Cham is not macroing. Like, he's we don't intend the game to go much longer. The Biles! Oh my god. The Biles is still the one Void Ray. We've taken down 2 Void Rays so far with Biles. Can we get the third? I think so. I think it's possible. Uh-oh. Is Astrea looking? Is he looking? Okay, he's listening. I was waiting for the Biles. Astrea does pull back. Ooh, that's a lot of Stalkers. We have 25 Stalkers here for Astrea. Ravager gets focused down. The Biles, they will not connect. This time Astrea does pull away. Lings, they threaten and dive into the natural. Ooh, so many Lings go down. Cham is bleeding out too much. He's bleeding a lot of units. Units he cannot afford to lose. Once again, Biles on the Void Ray. We're not paying attention. There it is. We Bile every single Void Ray. Only Stalkers left. But I'm not liking how little Roach Ravager we have. Yeah, the Roaches are falling one after the other. We have the overcharge as well. Cham just doesn't have enough. Yeah, who needs Void Rays when you have Blink Stalkers, Matthew? True, true. Who needs them? We do take some blasts to the face, but we can take it. It's fine. We can afford it. Cham is running out of steam. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Astrea, as +2 is about to kick in. We get a revelation of the army. Astrea catching another Ravager. Oh my god. Does catch a Ravager, rotating around towards the center base. Cham is attempting to expand. Cham is still not droned. And that's a cancel on the hatchery. Looking at the units tab here, Cham, he's got a decent amount of Lings. He's got some Roach Ravager. Interesting that he's knocking down these rocks, maybe thinking of expanding on the left-hand side. Could be a safer expansion to take. Oh no, he's mining through the right, so he's expanding on the right-hand side. Regardless, we need a base to try to maintain ourselves. Cham is pushing forward. And we'll pick off a Stalker or two, but he's leading out so many Roaches in the process. We're running out of steam, papi. We're warping in 9 Stalkers at a time. Oh my god. While some of them will connect, not bad, but outside of that, that was a rough push. Meanwhile, at the same time, Cham going for a massive counterattack. Breaks through the right-hand side. Ooh, so many probes go down. 11 workers fall at the same time. Cham pushing with the Biles. Not connecting. Ooh, we take a massive stasis to the face. There was an opportunity here for Cham, but now he's going to be punished so hard. So many Ravagers caught out. Cham, he has to fight. He cannot just give this up. He has to engage. Brutal. He is peeling off some Stalkers on the right-hand side. The Biles not quite connecting. Yeah, and with all these Oracles, we're still making Oracles, by the way. Going into the mass Oracle transition. And without any anti-air, these Oracles, they reign supreme. They focus down Ravager after Ravager. At the same time, we do see Astrea going for his own counterattack. Is getting caught on creep. Not the worst trade for Cham. Bleeding out Lings for Stalkers. Oof. But yeah, that's been quite a trade. I was 25 Roaches, 37 Lings for 15 Stalkers. We have those 7 Ravagers as well. trade heavily in favor of our orange Protoss player, of our Pinhead. Cham trying to go for his own counterattack. Unfortunately, we haven't mined through these minerals, so can't quite break through that. Yeah, Cham turning back around. You know, being opportunistic, you know, looking for any opportunity that's given to him. And Astrea back at home, we have Robos on the way. The Bay, Templar Archives are just taking up into Colossus, into Storm, into Archons. Cham is maxed out. Cham is maxed out on 54 drones. Like, Cham has still refused to drone. It's impressive. Like, respect. Like, if Cham tells you he's gonna all in, he's gonna all in, okay? He's not gonna drone. That's not the plan here. He's a man of his word, you know? Like, once he commits to something, he commits. He'll stand by you. He won't let you down. Won't let you down, puppies. Here we go. We are pushing right through the center towards that goal, towards that Rich Vesting Gas Geyser. The Rich base. Bile's going to be connecting with the base itself. It looks like we will snipe the Nexus, but this is going to be a costly trade. Nexus will go down. And we're going to bleed out so many roaches in the process. I mean, we're starting stepping our hearts out. You know, we're getting some probes. True. 9 probes go down at the cost of, I want to say 20 roaches. We'll have a look. That's a lot of roaches going down. How many? Oh my god, 45. it was so much more worse than I thought it would be. 45 roaches for 5 stalkers. Oh no. Oh no. And with that, I think we're going for the kill. We're going for the kill at this point. We do see Astrea pushing right through the center. There's just not much to stop him. Again, against Pure Blink Stalker, Mass Roach is just not going to cut it. It's never going to cut it. As we should be able to just push and continue pushing from here. Going to be pulling back. I see in chat, who is Pinhead? Pinhead is Astrea. Pinhead is Astrea, as is shown in the title. And there it is. GG gets called. It just becomes too much to handle. And Pinhead, aka Astrea, as some people know him as, will take the series 2-1, advancing on, or claiming his first win in the tournament. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Pinhead for taking the series, for claiming his first win of the night. GG, well played. Aka Astrea. I think some people will call him that. Does take the win, and Cham will claim his first loss. But as a reminder, this is a round robin group format, so every player plays against everyone. Plenty of matches ahead of us, and oh my god, I have very little time to breathe as hold on, as we are getting ready for our next series, getting ready for our next matchup, and very little room to breathe here as we're jumping into Vindicta versus Eggs. Let's go.